In this video, I want to talk about the dark side of being a digital nomad, including the #1 reason why digital nomads quit their journey and go home. If you're new here, my name is Neville. I've spent the last couple of decades traveling around the world, first as a backpacker and then as a nomad. I'm also one of the co-founders of Genki. We offer health insurance made specifically for long-term world travelers like digital nomads. Now, I'm sure you've seen the picture-perfect version of digital nomad life on social media. Chilling on the beach with your laptop, watching the passive income flow into your bank account while you sip on a cool coconut and plan your next glamorous adventure. It sounds nice, but the reality is not always so perfect. We've already talked about the top health hazards to be aware of as a digital nomad in another video. This time I want to focus up here on some of the mental health struggles that nomads face. The first one is stress and feeling overwhelmed. We become nomads to add more adventure and spontaneity to our lives. It's exciting to travel and live in new countries, to have the freedom to explore the world. But freedom can be exhausting too. Scientists estimate that an average non-nomadic adult makes about 35,000 decisions per day. What to wear, what to eat for breakfast, 2 spoons of sugar or 3, answer the call, or text them back later. All of those decisions have a cost. After all, we each have a limited amount of time, attention, and willpower. And the more decisions you make, the more you use those up. That's why Steve Jobs famously wore the same black turtleneck every day, and why some people eat the same lunch day after day. They want to save their decision-making mojo for more important matters. Now consider our lives as nomads. Some of us don't even know which hemisphere we're going to be living in next week, let alone what's for lunch. And every new destination brings a new set of decisions. Where to sleep, what to eat, risk the tap water or buy bottled? Where should I work from? How long should I stay here? How long am I allowed to stay here? Where should I work out? Where can I hang out and meet people? So it's no surprise that being a digital nomad can lead to decision fatigue and feeling overwhelmed. Another common source of stress for nomads is money. Of course, plenty of people worry about money, not only nomads, but lots of nomads are freelancers or run small businesses with unpredictable profits. Hence the fear that we might run out of money soon or not earn enough to pay the proverbial bills. Bills that are also unpredictable as the cost of living varies so much from place to place. Although they all seem to have one thing in common, those costs are going up. Have you seen Airbnb prices lately? And as if all that wasn't enough, you've got your family calling you to say, "Come home, it's not safe out there, you're gonna get killed." Family. That leads us to another dark side of being a digital nomad. And this is the one that causes so many nomads to pack their bags and head back home. I'm talking about loneliness. We've covered an emerging trend, digital nomad families, in a few of our recent videos, but most nomads still travel alone, leaving behind their friends and family, as well as the convenience of what I call low-effort socializing. That's when you can arrange dinner, drinks, or some other activity with a friend by just sending a couple of texts. It's easy when you're in uni or you're 25 years old and living in the city, but not when you land in a new country where you know literally no one. Sure, you can make friends as a nomad, but it takes time and effort. Even traveling together as a couple can feel lonely because in some ways it's harder to meet people and make new friends when you're always with someone. On top of all that, nomads often have clients and coworkers on the opposite side of the world. So we're not always working the same hours as everyone else, which can add to that feeling of isolation. Speaking of working weird hours, that brings us to the last dark side of digital nomading that I want to cover in this video, and that is burning out from a lack of work-life balance. You know what they say, be careful what you wish for. And we wished for the ability to work from anywhere, and now, wherever we go, we're at work. This lack of separate physical spaces combined with the time zone issue I just mentioned, can create the feeling of needing to be always on, or feeling guilty whenever you're not working. It's normal to check Slack whenever you wake up in the middle of the night to pee, right? The solution seems obvious. Set some boundaries and work less, but it's not always so easy. Especially when coupled with the financial stress of inconsistent income and the fear that your coworkers, clients, or investors won't take you seriously if they see on social media that you're on the beach in Bali while they're still stuck at the office. Oof, I'm getting stressed just talking about all this. Fortunately, digital nomad life is not all dark side. There's a reason so many of us love to live like this and so many more people aspire to. And there are lots of little things you can do as a nomad to mitigate these downsides. Small changes that can make a big difference in how you feel. We've been collecting and trying them for years ourselves, and I'm going to share them all in the next video. So make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss it. In the meantime, there's one easy thing that you can do right now that will reduce your stress. Go to genki.world or hit the link in the description below and sign up for international health insurance. That way you can relax knowing that you're fully covered wherever you go in the world.